So does anybody actually believe that the UFC is putting up the 60 plus $1 million it's costing to turn the White House lawn into a UFC cage fight?
Wait till you see this shit. $60 million. That's how much this UFC cage that's being built in front of the White House, or should I say, in back of the White House, on the White House South Lawn, costs. This is being built right now for America's 250th anniversary. There's going to be a cage match, UFC fight on the White House lawn. Now, UFC says it's paying all $60 million. It's not coming from the government. But over here, you can't really see it in the picture, but there used to be an east wing. So it's a demolition zone over there. It's a construction zone over here. And a lot of Americans are just saying, hey, I want lower gas. I want lower grocery prices. I don't want to see a UFC fight on the White House South Lawn, because most Americans right now are struggling to afford basic everyday needs. Costs are simply too high. And they see images like this, and it really just seems like it's the Hunger Games in a way. This is Panem, the capital. And then you look to the rest of America, and America looks very different from a giant UFC fight on the White House Mall.
And let me just correct something that Aaron said there. This is not for the 250th birthday. The 250th birthday of the United States of America is July 4th. This event is being held on Flag Day in June, which also happens to be Donald Trump's 80th birthday. If this was for the 250th birthday, they would do it on the 4th of July, or the day before the 4th of July, or the day after the 4th of July, not almost a month early and on the exact same day that Donald Trump turns 80. This is for Donald Trump's birthday. This is the dear leader celebrating his birthday with a UFC cage fight on the White House lawn. That's where we are, folks. And no, I don't believe for one fucking second that the UFC is putting up the 60 plus $1 million it takes to throw this event. I think you and I are paying for this. By the way, the best thing you could possibly do is not tune into this fight. Not give him the ratings he so desperately deserves. Make this be a monumental flop.